Today we're going to talk about self-criticism because this is one of the most interesting psychology happening to human because it's anti-human nature. For fire, we've touched the fire, it burned us. Next time we will know we be careful. But for self-criticism, it hurt us again and again and again. And whoever listens to this, if you have self-criticism, you're not alone. It's already become a social norm. And recently, psychologists even find self-criticism is even addictive. So let's dive in. What's actually going on? Nowadays, almost all the bad behavior and habits of humans, you can see the shadow of self-criticism. For example, lots of people complain, get angry, workaholic, drug abuse, alcohol abuse, or even have a really big ego. The main reason for it is because people have low self-esteem due to self-criticism. They don't feel safe. They don't feel their worth. So their way out is rely on addiction like drugs, rely on alcohol, rely on work. When I always busy myself out, I feel safe. So it solved the problem that I don't feel safe. Do you think people who, have abuse of alcohol, they know that's a problem? The answer is yes. They clearly know abuse of alcohol is not good. But they still choose to do it is because it's a solution for a bigger problem, which is self-esteem or the cause of it. They have a loss of pathological criticism. And the scary part is if you go deep down, where this pathological self-criticism even from is actually from the people who the most close to us, friend, family, or even some other siblings, family members. Certain level of self-criticism is actually helping us, to make us become a better human. It get us in the right position. But into this pathological, harsh criticism, it's actually because when we was a kid or teenager, we see ourselves from the feedback of outside. So when you have these parents or family members keep telling you, you're bad, you're an idiot, you're a piece of trash, it becomes an echo or a voice in your head that just keep repeating and telling you even when you grow up. Even you forget where it comes from. Imagine if you one day walk on the street, there's someone run up to you, say, you're a piece of trash, you can do nothing. Whatever you're doing is not worth it. How does it feel? It feels terrible. But that's what lots of people experience in the society nowadays. That's how self-criticism feels like even. And let's even dig deeper on psychology level. Why self-criticism is addictive? It's anti-human nature. Even it hurt us so bad. The main reason why is self-criticism actually follows the addiction pattern, which is give you unstable feedback. It's like a game, You win every time it's boring, you lose every time it's boring, but win every time is so competitive, you don't even know you're gonna win or lose. It's addictive. So does self-criticism. We all know the bad part, but what's the benefit of self-criticism? It's actually bring people comfort. Let's say if you want to compete this position with a competitor, but you end up losing. You think your self-worth is high, but the reality tells you a different story. What you do? You self-criticize. You're a piece of trash, you don't worth that much. So now your self-expectation lower and the reality is matching. You have some sort of comfort. When I talk about this, I'm not actually encourage people to be self-criticism because the disadvantage is over the advantage of it. However, that's what actually happening on day-to-day life. People start over-criticize themselves and become addictive. And even develop to a level that to the smallest thing they done not correctly, they will criticize themselves. Or even loss of OCD will caused by it. Not just self-criticism is addictive, even other emotions. For example, worried. You 100% know those kind of people worry about literally everything. Especially when age become older and older, people catch this addiction. Why? It's because one time he was worried, he over-prepared. It actually come true. It actually helped them. And this kind of unstable feedback make them start addictive. But sometimes worry can develop into paranoia. So if we're in the loop of self-criticism, we have this addiction. Without blaming ourselves, we feel they're missing something. What should I do? The reality is, this program was not set by ourselves. This program actually is passing down by the families. Maybe your parents have self-criticism. Maybe your parents was criticize you when you was younger. So they are the programmer who read a program in you. Every time when something trigger, the program run on itself. Without notice that we can pick up our own pen to rewrite the program ourselves. It's almost impossible to break out the loop. Just think about when you drive, right? You pop in the car. In the beginning, you're really careful. You even think about how hard should you press the pedals. But now, because you drive more and more, it comes natural to you. You don't even have to think. You just do your routine. And that's what we do in our brain. Self-criticism become a routine. But when you start recognize, accept, and change it, it actually will help. If you're interested in more specific how to change addiction, I publish a video, I will link right here, about how to break out any addiction pattern. And I really hope I explained to you some meta hardcore psychology under the self-criticism clear. And I really hope I can help you. And thank you so much if you stick to the end. My name is Paul. I see you next time. Thank you.